Wow, it's been a bit, and I talk like I'm a famous YouTuber who hasn't uploaded for 4 years, and I'm coming back, even though I kind of just sit and talk and journal every now and then, and it's fun, and maybe you guys enjoy it. But I've been busy. It's not like I stopped doing this because I didn't like it. Like I genuinely think it was a really nice, just little source. I think maybe I shouldn't have tried to do it every single night instead of just like whenever I was feeling inspired, which if I'm not doing it every night is probably every other night. And I think I'm lucky that I have that I can just be inspired so quickly just to start talking. I think a lot of people don't have that, and I think that's kind of what makes me good at just conversing with other people for so long is I'm just genuinely curious about so much. And then it makes it easy to just talk about everything. Like I remember I started a conversation with what if mountains were named after like I don't know, people's names. Like, yo, I just mounted Victoria the other day. It was beautiful, beautiful view. Amazing, amazing curves. It was so bountiful. Like that would be funny, but enough with that. I was kind of just sitting here and thinking, I was like, how do you know when you're living in history, right? And it's weird because being going through AP US history, one of my favorite classes and least favorite classes of all time. Favorite because I love the teacher more than anything. Literally like the best teacher I've ever had. I think I've had good teachers. I've had really good teachers, and that's what comes with APs. But basically, going through AP US history, it's like there's a lot of stuff that's like, wow, this is considered history. This is wow, this isn't even like that big of a deal. But then it's like recorded down, and it's like, whoa. Like, what if someone's writing a DBQ or just an essay about something that happened to you, and they're out there having to exaggerate the shit out of it, like, oh, COVID was the worst time of people's lives. Like, we know that was factually history because that was a large event where the world temporarily shut down. Like, no matter what your view on it, like, oh, that was an overreaction or an underreaction or people were dying. Or, like, the fact is the world kind of panicked and shut down for a bit. That's what happened. So that's obviously history. But, like, what about subtle stuff like Trump's tariff policies? Like, how do you know? Like, most people just go through the day not really looking at the news because, quite frankly, it's miserable. I think you. Oh my god. I forgot what it was. I was cleaning my grandma's house the other day, and she just had on her TV just the news, you know? It's old people, the news, it's fun. And I remember seeing them just talk about Joe Biden going into an ice cream store. And they were talking for at least 30 minutes about it, making fun of him. And I was like, that's what modern media is? That's kind of sad. Like, these news anchors are literally getting paid to make fun of somebody going into an ice cream store and getting ice cream. And I was thinking, I was like, everybody of all ages goes into an ice cream store. What is wrong with that? And they were making it seem like, oh, he's so senile because of it. Which, like, no matter your opinions on his mental state degrading or how he was during the presidency or if he was okay, it's kind of just weird to make fun of someone like it's your job and you're making fun of someone for getting ice cream. That didn't really just make sense, and I was like, wow, that's kind of sad that modern media it profits off of stuff like this. Like it's become so deprived and so like anything that can be blown up is blown up just because that's how modern media is, you know? Like one of my favorite parts of history is seeing like when the news was actually like important and the headlines were stuff that was happening that mattered because it was like weekly and it wasn't constantly available and it was just a competition to make stuff the best. So people were actually doing investigative journalism during the progressive era, like the yellow journalism and Ida Tarbell, I don't really know how it's pronounced, but like that era of media where it was like stuff that actually mattered and changed your life instead of the ex-president is getting ice cream. I don't really know, but it's like history is cool. History is a fun subject. I think I'm happy that I grew up in a family that made learning seem cool. Like I'm not like, ooh, learning is like, ooh, swagger glasses. I got my cool shades on. Learning is epic. It's just I think being smart is cool. I think it's nice. I think the pursuit of knowledge is fun. I think knowing stuff is fun. I think science is especially fun. But I used to hate history and English so much, but now my opinions after just two good teachers back to back changed so much. Literally, beginning of high school, hated English, least favorite class. But then this year, I had one of my favorite teachers ever for just English. And I went from like, damn, I don't really enjoy reading books anymore to I love reading books and I'm happy and I want to do more English stuff just in the future because I had fun because of the teacher. I don't know. But back on history, it's really just weird. It's like, does anybody really ever know when they're living in history? And I mean, people don't really even know if they're living in history currently. Like, I've said the same thing 50 times. Jesus Christ, I'm brain dead. Shoot me in the head. I'm going to a different point now on we are actually living in history, but we're not really aware of it, right? The Ukrainian war, right? Russia, Ukraine, that never really ended. And it's so weird to think about because there are people literally dying daily. And then you have people on news channels talking about Joe Biden and ice cream instead of important stuff like the war is going on and what's happening, what the president is doing, how will this affect, like, it's just, I literally was just sitting there in astonishment, like, not even cleaning anymore, just like, what is this news person talking about? Why are they making fun of Joe Biden for eating ice cream? And you might be like, oh, this didn't happen. Well, shut up. I was there. You weren't. I have no sources, but you should just believe me. I don't know what news source it was on. If you really look, you can probably find it hard enough. But I think news just doesn't cover important topics anymore. And, I mean, not that I would even care. I don't really keep up. I'm not fulfilling my civic duty because it's not my time to vote yet. I missed it just by a margin this year. I think I lied to all my friends and said, no, I can vote, and they, for some reason, all believed me. That was pretty funny. But, I don't have to fulfill my civic duty yet, so, you know, and it's weird because I talk to people, and they're always like, the only thing you can do is vote. And it's like, that's true. That is really, like, that's not the only thing you can do, but that's one of the things you can do. You can also, I feel like, right to petition. Right to petition is going to do more. Like going to local events. I forgot what they're called. Not propaganda. Yeah, just spread propaganda. That's how you influence government. But I don't know. I've never really understood why people are like so strongly, vote, it's all you can do. Vote, it's all you can do. When you look at it and it's like, okay, well your numbers aren't really going to make a difference. Especially, right, if you're in a region that's the opposite of your political beliefs. And that's so strongly solidified as from gerrymandering, which is... Gerrymandering doesn't make sense how it's constitutional and you're allowed to just redraw congressional districts to favor selective distributions or favor selective parties. Like, that doesn't make sense how that's allowed and doesn't violate the idea of one man, one vote because it's literally just... It's weird. I don't know, but I don't know what I'm talking about. And this is just a lost 12-year-old boy speaking and being like, whoa, imagine what I could do if I actually put my thoughts down and then tried to organize any cognitive speech or idea around them instead of just having ideas and then bouncing off of the ideas, leaving like a maze of an idea to follow. Because I press record, and then I'm there. It's fun, though. I enjoy it. It's fun just to talk about whatever I like. And it's fun that you're listening. Ha ha ha. Alright, well, I don't know how long it's been. I don't even know if I pressed record. Oh, spoiler alert, I did. I'm gonna leave this at however long this is. It's fun. I might do this more. I do really want to get into editing more. I have been enjoying it. I've tried to do it. I've had footage, but I kind of just got lazy and busy with other things. I don't know, that's something that I don't like about myself is whenever I have a lot of other stuff going on, I just think, oh, I can't do another thing. I just gotta rest. Even though it's not that I have to rest or that I'm tired, it's just that I have a habit of resting after everything. And then that rest is just like a way to pass time. And I'm not even doom scrolling. It's kind of just me going, I kind of am doom scrolling in my own way. But I don't know. I wish I was just more productive when in the face of a busy day or an eventful day. And I'm not saying that sometimes I can't take breaks. Like if I've had a lot of stuff, then I just need to calm down, you know? If you have a full day of work, sometimes the best thing you can do is just go home and sleep. But it's like sometimes when it's just like, oh, I have 2 events today. I can't do anything. I'm just gonna shower and then lay around and maybe watch TV. I don't know. But I have been drawing a bit. I got a drawing tablet. I got it refurbished because refurbished is the best way to go about anything. And I also got a new computer. Yippee! I'm not doing that on this though. I still have to like get all the stuff. Pirate, yes. Blah blah blah. But I'm excited. I'm excited for the future, and I'm happy with the past. I'd say I'm in a pretty good position. My future bears fruit, and let's pray I shall pick it from the giving tree. Y como siempre, adios, chachas.